Hey guys, today we're taking a look at the new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Collector Edition Huntress. Let's get a better look at that packaging, shall we? So here is our look at the packaging here. We of course have the silver trim of the packaging right there with the McFarlane Collector Edition foil down the side. We of course have the DC Multiverse logo right on the bottom of the packaging there with the silver Huntress nameplate at the very bottom. On the side, we of course have the Huntress nameplate again with the DC Multiverse logo on the top of the packaging. And on the bottom, it is the number 23, saying this is the 23rd collector edition figure in the line. On the back, we of course have this panel of Huntress, apparently from the New 52, as it says above. And on the bottom there, we of course have the social medias for McFarlane Toys. Of course, follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Great sources for being up to date on all of the pre-orders going out. Absolutely fantastic resource there. On the side, you of course have the McFarlane Collector Edition foil again, with the Huntress from the New 52. Up at the top, you of course have the DC Multiverse logo again, the 23 sticker there, with a McFarlane Toys logo at the very bottom of the packaging. Up towards the top, you of course have the 12 Plus logo. Up at the tippy top, you of course have the 22 moving parts, another McFarlane Toys logo, and then of course the window if you're looking straight down at it. And of course on the bottom you have the Batman legalese over there, and on the other side you have the barcode for all you barcode hunters out there. But alright guys, let's get this chick out of the packaging. And here we have Huntress out of the packaging here, and before we take a look at the figure herself, we're of course going to take a look at the other contents. So up first, we of course have the base here, which has the silver DC logo, as does all the collector edition bases, with the one peg right there, and nothing on the back. Up next, we of course have her individualized card, which has the same panel from the back of the packaging, and on the back, a little bio right there, which is a very terrible explanation on Helena Bertinelli, which I know a tad about Helena Bertinelli. A lot of my information goes back to the Justice League Unlimited episode called The Double Date, where Huntress is of course involved with the Question, and they have to fight Green Arrow and Black Canary. And Huntress is after the person who is responsible for offing her parents. And her parents were mob people, but still, she's after the person who basically took the hit on her parents. But, of course, Canary and Arrow are in the way, so it creates a lot of friction there. And, of course, with Canary being a member of the Birds of Prey, that gets into a bit of drama as well. It's a really solid episode if you haven't seen it. Phenomenal episode. I'd highly recommend it. It's one of my favorites from JLU. It has nothing to do with the ongoing story of JLU, but it's a really fun, just 22-minute slice of the DCAU. It has all the tropes of the DCAU, which is phenomenal. But she does come with a few accessories. You can see one that she has right now. But she also comes with some additional hands. And those hands are two kind of grabby hands right there, or outstretched hands. And both of them kind of have this purple kind of flavor on it, which it shows up better in person. It looks more accurate to the source material. On camera, it kind of shows up as like this kind of bluish color, but in person, it definitely shows up as more as the purple you know of Huntress being. So there's those hands. And then you, of course, have some fists, which is cool to see. We don't get fist hands a lot anymore. So that's nice to get some, at least a pair of fist hands. And then she also comes with a thing which I don't think has been done before. Which is basically, I'll turn off the turntable because I actually need the figure to do this. She comes with interchangeable faces. Yeah. Faces. And how you and so basically there is a gap right there. You can kind of see it if you're looking for it. But you just pull on that and the face comes off like so. And she comes with 3 faces. And this is one of them where she's kind of in a more neutral expression there. Nice nice paint job on there with the blue eyes and the neutral expression. A little bit of misses right there, but we'll survive. But solid paint job nonetheless. And they really nail the mask too. And she also comes with this expression, which is a lot more jovial. And again, she has pretty good paint apps on there. It looks like we're missing on the stuff on like right there. But besides that, solid again, a little bit more jovial. And again, you just place it like so. And it's kind of like that. It's a very Kotobukiya kind of thing to do, which I find interesting. And then you also have another one where they're really going for that New 52 feel, because I believe New 52 didn't have the actual like cowl that she has. They went for more of a mask. So this is the Helena Wayne version from Earth 2, I think. So there's definitely that there. But still, if I can get it off. This one's harder to get off because she has no ridiculous cowl. But solid paint job there as well. But I'm just going to get the one I had on because that's my preferred Huntress face. And she also comes with her signature crossbow, which looks fine. It's not the best looking crossbow on the planet, but it's very basic. But you see the arrow right there, even though it's not painted. I wish it was painted a different color. And I wish you kind of had the strings going back. That would be really cool. Seeing this kind of bunching up like that, that would look really cool. But for a crossbow, it's not bad, but it's not great either. But let's actually get into the figure now. After all that talk, let's finally get into the figure. And as you noticed, yes, she has a wired cape. Thank the maker. We're staying with the wired cape, and it looks great. Like, this is the cape. This is, of course, a great choice for a wired cape because Huntress's cape is naturally like this. She always has that white kind of edge. So it really works to just have boom and be done with it. And it's also, for some of the wired capes like the Batman, they can get a bit long. This one I think is perfect length for her. It's not too wide, so she can't like cover herself in the cape, which she's not really known for doing anyway. She has a very short cape anyway. But it's also not so long that it's also not so short that you feel like she's getting gypped. So overall, very solid cape there. But let's get into the actual design of the figure now. So she, of course, has some windswept hair going on. No blue... No, it looks like no blue streaks or... I guess it would be considered like highlights to give the hair some dimension, but no, it's just standard jet black hair, and it's more of a windswept look, so you can definitely get some Birds of Prey vibes there. But a lot of this figure is, this is a kit bash of old and reused parts. So the arms and the legs are reuses of the Catwoman figure, the Arkham City Catwoman figure. But it looks like the torso is an all new piece. Actually, maybe it's just the shoulder all the way down to the beginning of the elbow there is Catwoman, because I don't remember her Catwoman having gloves like this, and they're actually sculpted on, so it could be new down to here, but Catwoman up to there, maybe. But the legs are 100% Catwoman. They're just painted purple with a line going down, even though it breaks up a lot of the sculpting. But she, of course, has the signature cross on her chest, which is very symbolic of the Huntress character. And she, of course, has her purple accents in the mask, shoulders, gloves, belt, and boots to really give her that pop there. But she's a very basic character, but they nailed it. They nailed the look of the character. Especially for the one they were going for where she didn't have the midriff. Because sometimes she has a little midriff right there, like a box. Like, it's basically take out that cross segment right there and just have a patch of skin for whatever reason to show her belly button. It's kind of a weird thing, but they obviously didn't want to go for the kind of more revealing outfit. They wanted to stay modest, and I respect them for that. But overall, they did the character well. She looks like she popped straight out of the books, so A for trying. Let's get into the articulation. So, for her head, surprise, surprise, she can't look that far up. Nice. And then she can look pretty decently down. Side to side is kind of but be warned about moving the hair. You can kind of feel it rubbing against the cape. So, because it's cloth, beware of that. I'm going to try to move the head as least as possible. For the shoulders, you have... It looks like they have armpit joints, but I can't really get them to move. Well then, how about that there for pushing and this is what you get when you push a figure too far. So in short, there's not really much butterfly there. The arm will just fly off. But they can hinge that far out, move that far forward, that far back. They can't move all the way around because of course, the shoulder pad. They have bicep swivel right there. Double jointed elbows, which don't look that bad. Standard McFarlane wrist joints right there, which can move up and down, as well as roll the dice like so. For the abs, of course, she can crunch very far. I like that. She can move very far back, like that as well, and has tons of rotation and mobility in the abs. Todd, get us this mobility on the male figures, please. And she has standard McFarlane legs like so. She can move that far forward, that far back. She has barely thigh pivot, that there no thigh pivot basically. She has double jointed knees, which look yeesh. And then you of course have the ankles, which hinge up and down like so. Of course, rotate up at the top, ankle pivot at the bottom, and this one's a lot more harder to access because the top of the ankle is actually pretty mobile. It's not loose, but it's more noticeable. It's more easier to access. And then she of course has toe articulation like so, and peg holes on the feet. First, for a comparison here, we have Helena Bertinelli next to two of the Batgirls here, which I believe both of them are members of the Birds of Prey. I don't know about Cassie, but I know Oracle is technically a member of the Birds of Prey, even though that she's Batgirl right now, apparently. But we, of course, have Cassandra Cain, Batgirl, our new Huntress right there, and three Jokers, Jason Fabok, Barbara Gordon, and they look really good together. Like, really freaking good. Like, this is gonna be one of those ones where it's like, if you're gonna assemble the Birds of Prey, all you need is a canary. Just saying. And here she is alongside Hush Batman there, and they look pretty good together. Of course, it's not consistent because, of course, Hush Batman has a plastic cape and she has, of course, a cloth cape. But besides that, this works. This works. I think she'd work great for a Bat Family display there, especially with this Batman that's, of course, rooted in continuity of a bigger Batman family thing going. I mean, Tim Drake's Robin during Hush. So, yeah. And with that, guys, that's kind of it for our look at Helena Bertinelli here, aka the Huntress. And overall, she's a great looking piece. Like, she looks like she popped straight off of the page. I mean, she's got a crossbow. She's got multiple hands. She's got multiple face portraits. I mean, what more could you possibly want? Like, and of course, the wired cape, which looks so freaking good. Like, it's one of the better wired capes in terms of, like, how it's incorporated to the figure. And just, you know, the white really makes a difference. All the colors are right. Like, I'll never give a repaint or retool a 10 out of 10. That's just something I won't do. Because repaints and retools are redundant, and I fundamentally disagree with them. That being said, this is very good. Very good. I'm telling you, Todd, whenever he drops these female heroes and heroines and villainesses, he hits. So with that being said, she gets a 9. She's really good. I really like this figure. And she's, of course, the one I was looking forward most to in the wave. So surprise, surprise, she has the highest score out of the entire wave. But if you like the Birds of Prey, obviously she's one of the 3 major characters of the Birds of Prey that's always on the Birds of Prey. So you need to get her there. If you want her for your Bat Family, again, there you go. If you're a huge fan of the Earth 2 stuff with Helena Wayne as Huntress, like, this is just a good Huntress for all of your needs. That being said, she is a C-list, D-list character, so I don't think she'd warrant, like, a Justice League place, because she's honestly only in the Justice League in the cartoon show, and even then, she's kicked out. So, but with that being said, she's a phenomenal piece, and I highly recommend her. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review, guys. Of course, tell me what you think about Huntress here down in the comments below. It really brightens up my day and makes the editing process go by so much faster. And with that being said, keep collecting, be kindly courteous out there, and I will see you guys in the next review. Peace.